Okay. Hey guys, thanks for clicking on the video. Now, I was trying to lay low because I did have some surgery and I didn't want to come on here looking like the goddamn Frankenstein monster, but you guys don't want to let it go. So, I'm going to try to do what I can. And that's it. I'm not 100%. I don't feel 100%. I fucking don't look 100%. And I really, am I vain? Yeah, I can be vain. But there's some things that I'm just going to try to stay up on my videos. But no, I'm not one. I am not the Ghetto View. I love her. I love the Ghetto View and how she was able to do her videos. I mean, she would do her videos from her hospital bed and all that kind of thing. I'm sorry, I'm not built that way. I'm really not built that way. Whatever. I'm not built that way. Yes, I am a little bit vain. All this business that's going on, no. This is not me to be stuck up in front of a camera somewhere looking like the Frankenstein monster. Not my thing. But fuck it. Let's do this before I change my mind. Season 3, episode 6 of Married to Medicine. And there's so much to talk about that I said, yeah, come on, ego in the back pocket, get on up here and say the nasty shit you have to say. Alright, so let's, there's a whole lot that was going on. I'm going to start off right here. Dr. Heavenly and her daughter, Allura. She was explaining to Allura about this event that she was going to have. This Dr. Heavenly's Angels. Ridiculous. Because, again, she feels like she should be giving advice for couples. She feels like she should be giving women advice. I don't feel like she should be giving anybody any advice. But, hey, who am I? Anyway. So she was explaining to Allura that little thing. Another thing that I picked up about Heavenly got an issue with Quad. I don't know what that's about. She's kind of, they're taking this seat like Quad started this business with her and Lisa. She didn't. She's not doing any of the things that they are accusing her of. Like, she's not doing the overly dramatic stuff. She hasn't done anything, really. And she's being pretty much drugged through the mud at this point about how this went down. They just kind of like threw all of the blame on the Quad. And they started to see last week Lisa Nicole's not innocent. Lisa Nicole was nasty as a motherfucker to Jill. And I'm going to just jump around here. So, Jill actually did apologize. I'm sorry. Jill spoke to Lisa about what happened. Lisa ended up telling her, you know, her and Darren had actually talked. And he admitted to actually being at the cheetah and all that. Lisa never did apologize to Jill. She never apologized. Because Lisa is a bitch. She's a bitch. She's fucking coming loose at her seams. She's unraveling. And she's as messy as hell. She's messy as hell. She's living in a bunch of lies. Darren is a fucking mess. Darren is Darren. Darren is done what Darren's done. Darren hasn't changed. You're an asshole. You've always been an asshole. And now it's all coming to light. And the things that you were telling people, the shit ain't lining up. And you're embarrassed, bitch, and you're unraveling. And you look foolish. Absolutely foolish. Men don't go to the strip club. Yeah, men do go to the strip club, sweetheart. It's one of their activities. It's what they do. Not my husband. Yeah, bitch, your husband too. Now, now that we're on it, not only do men go to the strip club, men go to the strip club and get lap dances and get their dicks sucked and an array of other things. And not only men, mainly your man. Your man is an issue. Your man can't keep his dick in his pants. Get over it. And you're a nitpicky bitch. You probably get on his motherfucking nerves. He come in there, you got an attitude. I'm still mad about shit that happened 22 days ago. Bitch, get the fuck out of here. Ain't nobody got time for that bullshit. Lisa's ridiculous. And the more we look at her, the more ridiculous she seems. You know, she's a mess. She's a mess. Write another goddamn speech while you walking around telling us about what Darren ain't doing when Darren is sitting around with pussy on his breath. Shut the fuck up, Lisa. You're ridiculous. Anyway, Toya and Eugene. Toya is right around pointing out different flaws about the nomad business. And she wants to get in there to do marketing and consulting and all of this business. Later on in the program, Dr. Eugene brought Dr. What was his name? Dr. Was? Something like that. W-A-S. But brought him in, he's kind of sharp. Brought him in there, and they ended up, he like basically did like an impromptu interview on Toya to see if she would be able to do what it is they want done. And they basically did hire her. I'm going to say this. Toya's a fuck up. She's a fuck up. She's a drunk. And just an all-around ghetto, unnecessary bitch. Who they really should have been trying to get is the girl everybody talking about. Go get Quad. You want to seal the deal and close some deals and do some medical stuff and deal with some heavy hitters with medical? Quad. See if you could talk her into her old heels. Because when we first met Quad, she was running around, and I believe it was medical sales and things that she was doing, and she was making some motherfucking moves and making shit happen. So you sitting around there with a motherfucking 100 right in your midst, and you playing around with this 25-cent whore. Did you see the outfits and shit she was ridiculous. If Toya had any sense, she would contact Quad and try to get some help, or basically step the fuck out of it and see if they could hire Quad to take a break and help them with the business. Because that's what Quad showed us. She showed us that part of what she does. And that's what I believe Nomad actually needs. I don't know what's going to go on with Toya. So she's a fucking idiot. But anyway, whatever. And yes, I do toot Quad's horn because her fucking horn deserves tooting. It is what it is. So let's see, before I get around to all the really, really good shit. Jackie and Simone, I loved when Simone was filling Jackie in on all the shit that happened at the strip club. Hilarious. Because she was carrying the fuck on that damn Simone. I was screaming at the kiki that they were getting, and she was explaining it. I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. And that just showed, like, the girlfriends that Jackie and Simone really are. I cracked up. I thought it was hilarious. Anyway, okay, so now let's do Dr. Heaven. And I'm saving Quad for last, honey, because you know I got some shit about this Quad and Mariah, honey. But Dr. Heavenly's little function was nothing but a shade fest. She said everything she felt like she wanted to say about the ladies. And threw them right out there in front of people. Excuse me, guys. Oh, gosh. Anyway, Dr. Heavenly, she looked nice. She did look nice. And the photos that she had up were beautiful of her. Somebody really pulled that boxhead bitch together. She pulled Toya up to talk about conflict. Because Toya stays in conflict. I don't know why they keep trying to throw that shit over on Quad. Toya has been in conflict since the motherfucking program started. Remember they were fighting and shit? First season? She's fighting with Bullwinkle and Rocky. Anyway. And it was shit she started. Running her mouth about shit she ain't no business talking about. She started it. And Bullwinkle and Rocky finished it. Anyway. She pulled Toya up there. And Dr. Heavenly stand up to talk. You're a whore. You're a gold digger. You're ugly. She meant every motherfucking word of that shit. She said to that bitch every motherfucking word. She meant it all. Me and my mother looked at each other. My mother said, that ignorant bitch, she meant every word of that shit. I said, you know she did. Yeah, Toya, you are ugly. You are a whore. And you definitely are a gold digger, bitch. Anyway, terrible. Absolutely terrible. I thought that was so shady, and I know everybody else says the shade. Then she pulled Lisa up there and put her in front of the people about infidelity. That was a whole joke. And then she did a confessional and sat there and kiki and laughed the whole time. Shady as fuck. The little function went over good, but messy. That fucking Heavenly's messy as hell. She messy. And had Jackie and Simone do some sex education and playing with a banana, and it was actually funny because they weren't as dry as what she thought they were going to be. They were actually good, and the ladies enjoyed it. Just stupid. Now, fuck all that. Let's move on to the good shit. Lady Quad and that damn Mariah. Dr. G and Quad were looking at some things, and they were seeing, and they were talking about how Mariah had this miscarriage and everything. And Dr. G and Quad, they agreed that Quad should reach out to Mariah. Now, let me just get this out of the way. I've been kind of taking up for Mariah here lately in these little reviews here and there. Because she ain't around. She hasn't really done anything. So I didn't like how Lisa threw her into the shit and was talking about her, calling her lesbian and all that. I didn't like that. You know, I'm always an advocate for what's right. I don't like nobody dogging nobody when it ain't necessary. And Mariah basically hadn't done anything to anybody, okay? So, when I heard about it months ago, you know, when they were still in filming, that Mariah had gotten pregnant with twins. And I said, well, that's nice. You know, it's always nice. Twins are always special. Twins always add something really nice to a family. They actually run in my family. So, you know, the twins are special. They are. And then when I heard she had lost the twins, I felt really, really bad. And it had nothing to do with Mariah. It's just in general. Like, it's bad. To have one baby and lose the baby is bad. To lose two babies, that's devastating. And a miscarry for a woman is just awful. It's awful. So, all feelings aside, I would not wish that on anyone. Okay? So, I felt really bad about that, you know, months ago with Mariah. And that's probably where the soft spot for Mariah with me actually came from when they started fucking with Mariah, and Mariah wasn't even here. Mariah hadn't even been on the program. She hadn't even seen her, and you're fucking with her, Lisa Nicole bitch, calling her lesbians and shit like that and all this old dumb shit. So that's probably where the soft spot came from with Mariah, because she had went through something that no woman should ever have to actually go through. And regardless to what me and her situation is and how I feel about her and what conversation we've had in the past, she don't deserve that. And she didn't deserve for Lisa Nicole to drag her into an argument between her and Quad. Okay, so now let me get to when my girl Quad did get to Mariah's house. She brought her beautiful flowers and balloons and all of that. And goddamn that goddamn Quad, you know, you're not supposed to come to people's house and just break it up. She was so motherfucking clean in this goddamn pantsuit. I probably would have put her out. Like, bitch, really? She was so motherfucking clean. That suit was everything. Do you hear me? Clean. And she gets in there. She sits down. And Mariah immediately starts throwing shade. She did not hold back anything. She was the old Mariah that you love to hate. She was just as nasty and curt and the world owed her something still. And me and my mother looked at each other and I said, look at her, Mom. My mother said, you motherfucking right. She wants Quad to grovel. And my mother said, Quad better not. And I said, you goddamn right. I said, she's acting nice. I don't even know why she was acting nice. That motherfucking Mariah got on my nerves so motherfucking bad in that conversation, sitting over there with that old dumbass green fucking jumpsuit on, looking like the Green Goblin's whore. Oh, I was so mad. I said, really, Mariah? See, you ain't learned nothing. You're gonna come back here clowning again. Oh, so with Lisa Nicole. This, that, and the all of this washing in your face. Girl, Quad, I don't know. I don't have any words to give you, Quad. Nice words for your girlfriend, Mariah. Fuck Mariah, okay? She was just as nasty and rude, and I really wish you had come to the hospital. Nothing's ever enough. I don't know if I really want to jump back into this. I don't know if I really want... Bitch, you dogged me out. Did you forget? You dogged me out, bitch. You talked shit to me for a whole season. You showed off on me every time I showed up at a function all last year, bitch. And you're acting like I owe you something. Now, you went through a rough patch. But, bitch, let's not lose sight of what the fuck went on. Those comments. I am the tree and you are the branch. Whore, please. Please. Quad don't owe Mariah a motherfucking thing. You understand me? And I wish you had never went over to her motherfucking house. Because she was quite shitty. And it was quite a waste of a motherfucking visit with that fucking dumbass jumpsuit on. It was horrible. I sat there. I was just as heated sitting there watching that. Yeah, she ain't changed. So the thing is, I'm going to go on and give Mariah a few points. Because you're genuine. At least you're genuine and you are sincere. You are a fucking bitch. Absolutely a fucking bitch. And you do believe that the world owes you something. The world don't owe you nothing, girl. Get the fuck on out of here. A hot mess. That was basically all that really went on in the goddamn episode. It was too much. It was too much. And I will say this. Mariah, she looks good. She looks good. You know, you went through some medical things. She looks good. But I don't believe that that was the only thing that she went through. She looks like she's been dried out. Look like she's been through a little rehab or something like that. I don't know. I'm just saying. She looks a little fresh, a little refreshed, a little less drunk than she was looking last season. Because she was looking a little disheveled last season, bitch. So, whatever. I wish her the best, but I don't need to see no more of her. Fuck her, honey. Ain't nobody got time for that bullshit. Quad, stay the fuck up out of her motherfucking house and leave that bitch alone. And if you don't want to deal with these other whores, you don't gotta do that either. Because I don't think nobody's really in your corner at this point, except for Jackie and Simone. I think they said Jackie and Simone actually contact you. They haven't had anything bad to say. That motherfucking boxhead Heavenly, fuck her. And definitely fuck Toya. Ain't nobody got time for that bitch running around looking like the Joker. Any old way. That's it. That's all I had to say. My neck is kind of stiff. Let me get my broke down ass on up off of here. But I had to put that out. That Mariah, honey, she can go right on back to whatever garbage can she was in and throw herself back in. You hear me? I'm done with that. All right, guys. You know what to do. Thumbs up. Thumbs down. You know what to do. I'll be back next week. Because I think we're going to get some more information about this Lisa Nicole versus Quad. Because it ain't over. It ain't over. Just a damn mess. Let's see what goes on, y'all. I will talk with you guys later. Bye, guys.